Many of you may remember Frank Klassen. I'll keep this short. It was my privilege 25 years ago to actually be the host for the first showing of First Blood in this theater, and it was a very exciting night. I dressed up as an American general. I don't think I'd fit in that suit today, unfortunately, but it was great to be in this town. A lot of people don't realize the movie actually almost didn't happen because literally a year before, a huge log jam, in December of 1980, a huge log jam had formed at the top of Coquihalla Canyon with the Chapman's Gorge up there. It was a massive, massive log jam. The heavy rains had sort of brought down all the debris, and just as the river sort of does that right turn into the gorge, all the logs and all the crap had sort of just piled up there. And the city was really worried about the fact that if it broke, the dam broke unexpectedly, that this huge tidal wave of water and wood would come crashing down the Coquihalla, wipe out the bridge that of course is very famous inside the movie, and would have wiped out a good part of the town actually. So we're actually fortunate that a year later the rain stopped, they were able to sort of dismantle the log jam, and the whole thing was able to take place.
Don't know him. He's one of the guys, and he's kind of predominant in the movie, at least we think he is for a local person, that you recognize him. Oliver says, I know that guy. You met him last night. Stallone's riding the motorcycle, and Bob does one of these, so famous. Anyway.
Well, thanks. It was good to see Wes. I haven't seen him in years, and I'm going to be pretty short here. And I won't be as gripping or as thorough as the doctors. Now, you can imagine this town being turned into little town America. No offense to our American friends out here. The billboard's up there, it's got the Coca-Cola sign, Santa Claus, and anyways. But that one scene Tom just talked about, that was a really hurry up and wait. The guy came out of the building, down the stairs, pulled the guy off the motorcycle, and off he went. And down Fraser Street was a logging truck. Now, we filmed that all day long. Now, the rumor was Stallone got rid of this guy because he was taller than him, the stuntman. Okay.
And each time it's like different things. So last year it was Doctor Who. They've done Bond. They've done Bond ones. They've done
that's filmed in North Vancouver as well. Stargate, is it?
Battlestar Galactica, the original. They had all their like that. So it would be good if they did.
For all the good work she's put into make this event move forward. And as all of you know, First Blood certainly put hope on the map in many respects. It's I remember the first time I was mayor 10 years ago, I actually had to review First Blood because there were so many tourists that said, okay, where exactly was the scene? You want to go to the exact scene location. And it's just amazing how many people, there's really a cult following in the world. There's quite a few people that follow it very actively. Now I think our good friend Oliver Wegener from Germany, now he would be the extreme case. Would that
And we're going to have Tom, where's Tom? Tom DeSource, he's going to be our MC tomorrow, so we're going to have an open mic at the front of the theater. We're going to invite whoever would like to share a few words before we put the film on the big screen. Last words?
I think you might have noticed that I like this song. That's why I'm here. 6,000 miles from home. Well, it's not a big deal for me, it's just a stone's throw for me. It's just I love the people and the landscape also, of course. And have fun tonight.
If everybody reaches down and feels the ground, it should still be warm from the blast. No? All right.
Okay, we are here at the location where the gas station was built specifically for this movie, just to be blown up later. And I think you might recognize it. This is at night. No? So Rambo, he took 2 matches and he lit them up, and then he blew it up, and then it looked like this.
Now you have to kind of envision that there's people from Hope, people from Chilliwack, people from Abbotsford, people from Langley, all around this area behind barricades because people came up from all over to see the blast. And if anybody's gone to watch filming before, it's kind of like watching paint dry. It goes really slowly. So they were there for hours and hours. The set was complete. Mayor Gardner of Gardner Motors, just down the hill beside our office there, he was a fully functioning gas station at the time, and his entire front office was purchased by the film production company. Spark plugs, air fresheners, air filters, whatever he had in his front office, they bought them all in one swoop and they put them into the set. You never ever get to see close enough to see any of that, but they paid for all of it, and it was painstakingly detailed, and they just blew the whole thing sky high.
My first time seeing the show, and like I said, I'm excited about that. I came involved because I wanted to see the spirit of the history of it all, and when I got to talk with some of the people that got involved, like Oliver from Germany and Simon from England, who came over here for the show, and I started learning more and more about the Rambo empire and the subculture that's involved with that. It's really excited me for the show tonight.
Hi folks, I'm just standing here in the cinema of Hope BC, and tonight the movie First Blood will be shown on the big screen. The first time since 1982. And this is also the place where Sylvester Stallone and the producers were watching their dailies, and they were working on them, and it's incredible and amazing to be back here again.
At the time of filming, the little shop in the very front here was called Marion's Deli. And all the Hope residents that got hired on as extras, they would show up at the Marion's Deli site every morning bright and early, and they would stay there all day drinking coffee, reading newspapers, knitting, crocheting, visiting with friends, whatever, until they were needed, if they were needed. Sometimes they just spent the entire day in Marion's
I forgot the story.
He was told me yesterday. Okay. he was quite an elderly fellow. He didn't speak very good English. He was a very old Polish shoemaker. I guess he probably didn't really understand what they were asking him when they made the first pitch. Anyway, so what turned out is that the movie company went back to the mayor and council and said, could we just close the street and we'll just build it right in the street. So that's what they did. So this is the back side of the, if you look at, this is the back side then of the gun shop called the Outpost. And it was built right in the intersection here. And of course it was just a false fronted building.
This is my property. Yeah, but I don't know. Can I have a picture of this?
I got a website called rambotown.net and you can find the picture.
Oh. Okay, okay.
No problem. We'll be here all night. You guys let me know what you need.
So here we are, and I'm so glad that all of you have taken time out of your Thanksgiving weekend to join us and have some fun together. I do want to thank a few people. My husband Steve, who hasn't been able to live in a clean house for a while, hasn't had any home-cooked meals for a while, so thanking him. Thanks to my staff, they've been really supportive. And thanks to a lot of people in the community that have been very generous with their stories and their photos, their anecdotes and their time, and any of the businesses that I've approached for help, they've been great. Really want to thank Kevin tonight for allowing us to take over the theater for us.
A great deal, and I think that a lot of the people in Hope over the years would have probably be members of that cult. What the most exciting thing for us in the area is seeing other people come and get involved and take pride in what we took pride in 25 years ago.
And then as well, we have a very interesting gentleman who there's obviously a lot of interesting international folks here today, but I met one gentleman last night at the Chalice when they had the little First Blood event. And Mr. Birmingham, could we get you to stand? And he actually looks more Rambo than Rambo, I think that's it. And there was talk that there would be some sort of Rambo look-alike competition, and I thought, well, you know, I've dressed like Elvis before, so, you know, Rambo wouldn't be that big a stretch. But then I saw his build, and I thought, you know, it's going to take forever for them to find my biceps, and that'll just totally disrupt the event. So we'll stick to that.
No, there isn't currently, which is a shame because I'm on the Stallone Zone forum, and you know there are some die-hard First Blood fans out there. We talk regularly. Unfortunately, we seem to be at the other ends of the country. I'm at the end in Southampton. One of the other guys is up in Nottingham, Bristol. So for us to really get together, it's quite a chore. So it would be nice if we could sort of all meet up. There's a lot of memorabilia shows in Britain. There's a big one in NEC Birmingham. There's another one, Collectomania in Milton Keynes. And it would really be nice to maybe, when the new film comes out, to theme one of these shows so we can all get together, meet up, talk like we have done with other people around the world this weekend.
A lot of people that come into Hope, they look at this is our municipal government building. We're now the District of Hope. At the time we were the Town of Hope. And a lot of people believe that this is the building that was the sheriff's office, and that's not hard to understand. Because when they came and they built the office, they kind of followed the architectural style from this building to build their building. And their building was right where this green lawn is, right here. And if you look in the picture closely, you'll see in the back corner here that that is our district hall.
I created the snow. I didn't.
He broke his nose.
He broke his nose in this bar.
Oh.
He did.
I've heard that.
Yeah. I heard that too, that he actually got his nose broken by a local that was all drunked up and nailed him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
And they put that in the movie, finally.
And then they used it.
Yeah, I know that throughout the movie he has his nose bandaged up and his eyes are black. He really did have a good nose. Add that to the list. Rambo. Rambo.
I have Rambo bags. And leave some with it?
No. Some people do have some copies here. I know Sue Vanderbilt has one.
Yeah.
Oliver's going to have one. He's going back. And I might
The owner of the cinema invited me to come upstairs, and when the movie begins, I can go upstairs whenever I want.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're all set, are you? Yeah.
I think it's great that they didn't even come up with a different name for the town, did they? Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Those people that went off and did lunch elsewhere. Just while we've been eating and visiting, we have a special guest who's joined us. This is Keith Gardner, more commonly known in our community as Bud Gardner. And Bud was the mayor of Hope in 1981 and was involved with council, of course, with all the dealings with the movie company. And he's unfortunately not able to join us at the theater tonight, but he's kindly agreed to come and just chat with you here at lunch, so we get to hear the stories that the others are unfortunately going to miss this evening. So there you go.
First of all, I'd like to say that Sylvester was a nice guy, kind of stuck to himself. He didn't really get out in the community a lot except when he was filming. A little bit arrogant, I guess you could say that. Very smart man when it came to movies. He would play the scene over. You were this morning in front of my dealership. They're looking where he walked into town. And I can remember it took them about 4 hours to do that one little scene over and over again, and the camera went back up and back down the street and back up again.
And where did Sylvester hang out?
Actually, Sylvester didn't hang out in the town very much. He went to a few restaurants in Hope. He mostly stayed in this house that he stayed at. So he did come to town, not very often. He did not associate with a lot of the townspeople.
You know,
yeah, he sort of kept to himself. Yeah.
I have a little information about that.
Yeah.
A film producer called Damon Sheldon, who I just Shelton, I believe, who I just met yesterday, and he did an excellent tribute to First Blood. And Damon, where are you?